Hello, it's John from Bright Wargaming and welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be sharing how I paint my elf fleet for Kings of War Armada. Like with a lot of my models, I've primed it in grey and then I've started off by painting all the planking in scurvy green and all the decking in plague brown. Next up, it's painting the citadel, and to really draw your eye to it, I've used a dead white. Now, because an awful lot of the finery of these ships is in gold, I've decided to paint all the trim in bone white so I get a good contrast. Now, to get a good shiny gold, I'm using glorious gold all over the main parts of the hull and also picking out the trim on all the sides of the ship. Now, to add shade to all that gold, I'm using Seraphim Sepia, and thankfully this also gives it a sort of a slightly warm tone so that when you come to highlighting it later on, it gets a nice contrast but keeps it nice and warm. Now, for the planking, I've highlighted in gold yellow. This is just a really watered down yellow applied just over the centre of all the planks. Now, for highlighting the green, I've just gone a tone up, gone to the jade green, and I am just edge highlighting along the top edge of each of the planks of the sides of the ship. Onto the sails, I start off by doing all the wooden bits of the sails, plague brown just like the decking of the ship, and I treat them exactly the same as that throughout. Painting the sails, so onto the cloth, I start off by painting all of the sails in bone white. Don't worry about getting a total coverage here because we will be doing multiple layers over the top of this. For a shade, I'm using Agrax Earthshade, applied pretty liberally to start with, but what I do then is using a damp brush, I then remove the excess from all the bits of the sails that are sticking out. Now that's dry, it's time to bring a bit of brightness back to the sails using a very thin mix of bone white. Now we're going to add more brightness to them using a very thin mix of dead white, but what we're going to do here is apply it really thin and then use a wet second brush to just smudge it in at the edges to help with that blend. And once they're all done, it's time to put it all together and put it on your base. You'll see from my pictures that I've also added some decals. These are just 40k Eldar decals that I like the look of. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. As always, like, comment, subscribe and give me feedback. In the meantime, I'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye bye.